Morning, Jeff. How's it going?
Morning. No one, no one else.
Oh, is it phone today?
I say no one else.
Yeah,
Silent.
I don't think there's anyone else.
It's not easy to grow.
Yeah,
Another.
I'm guessing that based off of these two, we can probably determine that the time change doesn't help. It could be the day, which I don't know if people reserve Sundays for something else.
A day? No, I don't think that's a day. I don't really think that's a time.
Hmm.
If you if we look at only our club, of course, right?
Hmm.
But this is open to everybody.
Yeah,
I mean, whole the world. So it's really, you know,
let me double
someone
check.
has to promote, someone has to advocate, right?
For me,
Sending the email, sending the text, invite and follow up. So
yeah.
it's not,
So I'm double checking the meetup because I remember seeing one person signing up.
well, I don't really think the time is important because if you see, let's see here, if we go to Toastmaster club, a lot of clubs they start 7, 8, right? Previously I joined a lot of clubs. They all have like at least 8, 10, 12 participants.
Mhm.
Toastmaster. How many clubs are you with now?
I'm with total of four clubs that actively
4 clubs.
that actively attend. Yeah, Rita
Wow.
should have been able to join us. Okay. Well, Rita is the guest who signed up for today.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it's really like a salesperson.
Yeah. I think it's just I'll need to contact her before the meeting or the moment she signs up and be like, hey, why did you join? Why are you interested? Okay.
Let me see the location. Are, are you district district director?
Division director. So it's trying to think like two levels below it.
Oh, okay.
I don't manage our division though, so I'm not a part of Securely Speaking's division
Oh,
director.
I know.
Yeah, for
So
another
you are the area or you say division? Division.
division.
So
Yeah,
it's higher than area.
yeah.
You see, remember a couple of years ago, right? I was area director.
Mhm.
You see how many people I invited? I'm not sure if
For
you remember. We didn't recall. We didn't take the picture.
this was for the
I'm talking about today's meeting, Sunday meeting. Remember the first meeting we have
oh yeah,
11.
yeah. That was like the first one where we tried to figure out like, and I think they kept trying to say, hey, can we make this a new club afterward?
Right. I say, no, no, I know that. I already know that. But my point is this. You are the division director,
Mhm.
right? If you spend a little bit effort, apparently no one, I would say, I don't want to say no one else. I only say me and you maybe spend more effort promoting both club, I mean both meetings.
Mhm.
So if you use your division power, remember the lady, what is her name? I forgot already. The lady always join.
Leaping.
Li Ping, yeah,
Yeah.
she was area director. That I invited her. I say, hey, join our, you know, impromptu session. And another, anyway, they drop because there's so many reasons. There's really no reason. Sometimes you're just too busy and you think your speech skill is enough, right? And or whatever you think you want to go your progress. You don't
Mhm.
want to spend extra effort, right? Like a Benson. Benson said he is a tennis meetup.
Mhm.
Couple times he said no, but anyway,
Oh, I wonder if he's going to the same tennis meetup as my friends are going. There's also like a Sunday tennis meetup in the Bay Area that they kept talking
no,
about.
no, no.
It's something
Benson has
else.
it's a very old meetup. I mean, the
Oh,
tennis meetup. That's own
yeah.
his own friend.
Oh, okay.
And there's so many meetup. I mean, what I'm trying to say is, see, I try to get my company's folks. So one lady said she would be able to join, and the other guy was Toastmaster,
Yeah.
but he felt like he was so young. Okay, he felt like he has no fears talking to his team member already.
Mhm.
So he dropped.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to spend effort or whatever
Mhm.
for extra effort because he believed public speech is just what he needs for now. Then the certain moment I invited him, I say, what about Sunday? Then he say Sunday he go mission pick every week.
Mhm.
Then I say, okay, which week you don't go, then you can join. But anyway, I always, we meet almost every day. All the lunch hour we can meet, and sometimes I just share. Hey, you want to come? And he say no, no, no. And then after 10, 20, 30, and whatever the time say no, I just do weightlifting. So he does weightlifting.
Yeah.
My point is, this is really the sales talk. It just you remind. You don't
Constant
need to,
reminders, it's constant like messaging saying, "Hey,
exactly.
hope you can join," until until you finally get like, yeah, that,
Yeah, until he say, hey, Jeff, stop. But you
yeah,
know what, right? You don't need someone to say stop. So I changed the topic to weightlifting. So every time I show him the weightlifting, I say, hey, I already opened the channel. Because probably 1.5 years ago, I say I want to open a YouTube channel. And he start after meeting, he asked me, say, what is your channel? Then I say, no, I was just profiting in the speech.
mm,
I'm not ready yet. So he kind of disappointed. Then, about 3 months ago, I opened a channel and I share with him. He said, "Oh, you finally!" And then he probably doesn't follow, but at least he watch.
yeah,
So, and some people they just don't. They have no idea, right? They don't really think speech skill. I mean, public speech skill is helping for their job or life at all. Until maybe 10, 20 years later, right? Not everything is like that.
yeah.
So.
Let's see what we can do. I still have a few questions if you'd like to practice, Jeff, but it's completely up to you.
Sure, sure, sure. Of course.
Okay. So the idea for today was a mixture of just like our past experiences that used to scare us or that used to haunt us. I wanted to make it like not Toastmasters theme. Oh, Toastmasters theme, but like scary Toastmasters theme. Like times where we were worried about perfection and so on. Alright, so one thing that I had was I wanted you to go back to an evaluation that really stuck with you, and it might have been painful at first, but I wanted you to share how that evaluation changed you either as a speaker or as a leader.
Sure. Morning, Mr. Toastmaster. Evaluation has been pretty scary to me. Even nowadays, I don't really do that much evaluation, not because I can't do it. And I recall when I really spent a lot of time on Toastmaster about 2008. As I always mention, that's a turning point. I joined a U.S. weapon contract manufacturer, And I give myself no more excuses. I say, I'm just gonna go because I know I can handle the meeting, the team meeting only. And you might feel like only team meetings, you have a difficulties? Yes. And I knew I could, and there's no any issue about that, but I had to manage my fear so much during the meeting, even though the job gets done. So when I started paying more effort on the Toastmaster, I started with prepared speech, of course. It's most easy one at the moment. Then I gradually figure out what's different between a good speaker and immature speaker like myself at the moment was everything they say was good sense. As I always say, don't use sandwiches evaluation for the beginner because you are not qualified. And when you say something, you hesitated. During that narrow second of hesitation, you lost confidence, your voice shaking. You feel, I'm not a person that qualified to do the evaluation. However, I stand up here, I have to do the evaluation. So that's how I figure out. I start thinking about making the format and listening nothing. Even you were talking for 5, 7, 8, 10 minutes. I didn't really listen. I would just fill in the keyword that you might speak and then plug into my module. And how I did that module was I pick up all the good speakers, experienced speaker for 10, 20 years, and see how they flow their evaluation. Then I just plug in the keywords. And I went up there, repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat. I don't recall how long I repeated the same format. And to them, they might feel Jeff is improving. But to me, that was just a barely step because I didn't pay attention to your speech. I use a format myself and then just plug in the words that I want to say. Over time, I got the tips and I grew, of course. Then I just come up with all good things evaluation method. It's everything you say, I only talk about good things. And I feel so confident because you don't have to, I don't have to point out the weakness, the things you didn't do well, or things you can improve. And that's how I gradually become so confident on Toastmaster overall. The next thing I told myself was the evaluation is really an impromptu speech, except you probably want to write down something as a script. Impromptu, ideally, you don't need to. So that's how I evolved to the next level and next level and next level. Even though my speech would be fluctuate really huge range. Sometimes I feel I was so good. Sometimes I can tell I was just got all kind of fears at the moment, and I have no idea why. But I don't have to know because that's how human beings act. Sometimes you are happy, sometimes you are just blue without any reasons. So to share with the Toastmaster, especially the new Toastmaster or the inexperienced Toastmaster, once they decided to improve their public speech skill in their mind and they are determined, I always recommend them don't spend too much time prepare the speech, especially for the moment that you are not ready. And most likely, they are not ready because nowadays I've been advocating to my company's club and sign up for 3 speakers. You know what? A lot of weeks they cancel it. They cancel the meeting, and I am a guest, so I only can say, hey, if you guys still want to host the meeting, I can be a volunteer to speak. But they still cancel it. And someone, just last week saying, hey, we shouldn't cancel the meeting. And I was a volunteer to speak again. And I inspired them by repeating the same topic, which is sign up 3 speakers a week. And I don't know why they don't do that, because so many different reasons. But the reason is you want to improve your public speech skill, you got to get up there and speak. Mr. Toastmaster, back to you.
Thanks, Jeff. It sounds like it evolved from those evaluation tips that you kind of gained from earlier and kind of refined it to a better style, which was at first, and I like that vulnerability where you're mentioning like, hey, at first I don't always listen to it, but I just put it in. But now I try to find my own style, which is like a lot more positivity and a lot more focus on what worked. So you know what to repeat next time. And I think last you just mentioned the promotion for how like you feel new Toastmasters should try to jump into speeches whenever they can, especially different Toastmaster clubs to give as many opportunities as possible.
Yeah.
Let's see. For the second question, yeah, for it, this one, let me see if there's something that's a bit different. Uh,
How about yourself? How do you evolve from why you decide to join Toastmaster?
yeah, okay, I can answer that one. Now let me start the stopwatch. All right, my first instance into Toastmasters was back when I was in it was 2018, so 7 years ago now. 7 years ago. Wow, time flies. This was when was at Maxar. So this is this space manufacturing company. And then what happened was that my friend was a Toastmaster. I didn't know it at the time though. I didn't even know that the Toastmasters Club existed at the club or at the company. But he just told me, Vincent, I want you to check it out because we're just having a meeting. I was like, okay, I'll join. And when I joined, he wasn't even there. And I was like, where's my friend? He's like, he told me to join. He's not here. And I was doing a table topics and then I became a member. And then, yeah, the rest became history. So I was at the time I didn't really know how to say no, and I didn't really um my conversational skills aren't as I would say they're a little bit better than they were last time. Before it used to be that I couldn't really share as many ideas as I used to. Like thinking about a 5 to 7 minute speech would have terrified me. But now it's not as terrifying as it used to be. And that's what really drew me into Toastmasters was being able to practice conversations and being able to practice leadership a lot more. So on the conversation side, I feel like Table Topics is that hidden conversational building tool that I don't think many people recognize because it's structured in like the 1 to 2 minute format. I was like, why is that so important? And then I realized some people I talk to, they just give like a few sentences when I talk to them about anything like, oh hey, what was something exciting about your weekend? They just said, oh, it was good. Oh, nothing much. Like, I can't work with this. I can't, like, I'm not trying to judge you off of this. I'm just trying to, like, figure out what happened and see if I can build off the conversation. And I realized that like, that's what Toastmasters tries to help us practice, where it's not just, oh, just gonna give a 30-second answer and just run away scot-free, because that's not how a conversation works. It's supposed to be like back and forth, and it's supposed to share a little bit more about yourself. So I realized that Toastmasters helps in that sense, at least with table topics. But it also helped me with figuring out how to answer questions or ask questions a bit more openly. Like instead of just asking questions that might just lead to a yes or no or yeah, that was good sort of an answer, I could say, what did you do over the weekend? Instead of just saying, "How was your weekend?" Because that's just an easy cop out. At least it used to be for me when I just said, "Oh, yeah, it's good," thinking that they don't really care anyway, right? But I've learned that I should at least trust them, be, like, a little bit vulnerable, and if they don't, they'll give me a one-word answer, and I get the cue. But if I want to start building the conversational skills that I was hoping to build, I need to start also acting that out and just not giving people one-word answers just because I assume immediately that they don't care, which they might not, but I need to assume the best first. So that was one thing. The second thing was leadership. So leadership was more, it's like voluntelling because at my club there was only 5 people, including myself. So it was a very small club. And when I went there, I was basically told, okay, for the officers, we basically don't have many officers, so you're gonna be an officer. Like, okay, I don't know what that means. And then they told me I was gonna be sergeant at arms first. Sergeant at Arms eventually became one of my favorite roles just because I didn't realize how impactful it was, especially for an in-person meeting. I'm sure it was the same for you, Jeff, where like in-person meetings, Sergeant at Arms, they actually set everything up. And it
Yes.
really can make a difference in the vibe when someone enters. Like when you go enter an empty meeting room versus one that's filled with either agendas, a lectern, like snacks maybe. I didn't do the snacks
Right.
part, but I did do the agenda part. And I remember people just being impressed by like saying, "Wow, I didn't know it was as structured as it was, or I didn't know that it was as prepared as it was before. I thought we were just gonna go in and goof off or something." But in this case, I think that those agendas or that structure really help people feel like, oh yeah, this feels like a professional program or feels like a way that can actually grow. And it was important because at our company, they really wanted to see the results. They wanted to see like the one-to-one that if you go to Toastmasters, your skills outside of Toastmasters improves greatly. So I think that being that sergeant at arms really helped me physically see the change because I was able to set up a room differently or explore different clubs and figure out what supplies are they using so that I can use for my club too. And I gradually built upon that. So those are the two things that really got me, or at first, basically to summarize. At first, I joined Toastmasters because my friend pulled me into it, and you didn't even show up. And I will have to tell that today. I'll be like, "You told me to go to Toastmasters. I've been Toastmasters for 8 years, but you never showed up to a meeting that you told me to go to." And the second thing afterwards, though, I agreed to love it because of table topics, because it helped me build conversational skills that were pretty inept before. I'd say I'm still working on it now, though. And last but not least, the final thing was leadership. Leadership was surprising because I didn't know how it would appear, but it's mostly just someone taking initiative. If we want something done, we just make those small steps towards it, and hopefully we'll be able to involve some team members as well, inspire them to do the same. For me, it was just getting supplies from or learning what other clubs are doing in terms of supplies. I say learning, I was just stealing their secrets and just like sneaking in and learning what they did and bringing them back to my club. And I think that really helped me become, or at least for me, I'm more happy with what I am as a conversationalist and a leader. Thank you.
Nice.
All right, for your next round, I think we do one more round and okay,
Sure.
let's see. Oh, this one is sharing stories about things that went wrong. So I have a few from Toastmasters, but basically string together 3 mini stories of things that went wrong, whether it was like technical glitches or awkward pauses or forgotten lines that happened throughout your speech, and end with how these things kind of taught you a lesson in terms of like what's something you prepare now that you're like, okay, I remember that I had this technical glitch before. I'm never gonna have that happen again. Things like that. So just any stories about times when you were speaking that you're like, oh, that was not something I want to happen again.
Interesting. Yes. So many things actually. Screw up and then I got a lessons. Recently, I got a ticket from the police. Remember, I haven't got the smart check pass yet, and I'm still working on that. Long story short, I was stopped by the police at 237 highway. So the issue started probably several years ago when um, I got a leaking. I mean, not a leaking, it's a broken sub container. I mean, sub. There's a radiator, right? The car, the radiator, and then the radiator has a coolant, and on top of that, there's a sub container, sub reservoir. So that sub reservoir, the lead was broken. So when it broken, the the coolant and the water will vibrate over time. And I didn't pay attention for 2 years because I rely on the technician. And the technician apparently was, I would say, he has no idea either. Then one day I got overheat. And I have the same experience long, 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 long time ago when I was in Oklahoma as a student. So I went to Home Depot, get a silicone, but it's a different silicone. That silicone has a sand or some kind of stuff in there, so it's a rough. After you apply, it's rough. And it sealed the radiator without any issue for several years. Even I saw the car. So I used the same tactic. However, I couldn't find the same silicones. And I saw silicone should be all the same. So I apply it and overheat. Then I spend thousands of the $1,000, as I just mentioned, probably one of the speech. At the moment, I already spent 4,000 for the similar issue triggered by that. So that was a lesson learned that, if I got the same issue, well, I would not bring my car to technician still if I have the same radiator or whatever the issue similarly to that. I would still get the silicone from Home Depot because it's only just $5 instead of $2,000 or 1,500. So that was a story that. So now I'm deciding if I'm gonna get a new car or not. But I don't really, as you know, I don't really want to continue staying in the United States already. I want to go back to my hometown or maybe go to China next year. So, probably my only option is to spend probably 1,000, 2 or 3, because I just spent 1,000, several weeks ago, but the guy didn't fix the issue. And I went back. Apparently, they can't really fix the issue. I already figured out. So my budget will be, I have to either spend maybe a couple $1,000 for the same issue, or maybe $3,000, or get a car. So that's my lesson learned, a tough one.
I like auto lessons because it's just I don't really know much about my car, honestly. I'm just like, I'll just get it repaired because I'm worried about those situations where it's just like, what if I mess something up? I have to pay 3,000, $4,000 because I'm experimenting. But sometimes I think it's like a valuable thing because it's like we're just trying to learn how to fix it, and eventually we'll be able to. Like, and I think with you, you're able to figure it out, right? Like
Already,
got at the Depot Silicon, right?
so I already replaced like a 6, 7 parts.
Okay.
And
And it's working?
no, it's
Oh, it's
not. That's
out.
right.
Okay.
That's why I got a ticket, just 3 days ago
Uh-huh.
because the smart check. And there's
Uh,
no engine check light. There's an engine check light or check engine light. It was not on, it was off.
yeah,
So no one really figured out yet. After this meeting, I have a technician that fixed my car for years,
yeah.
a Vietnamese guy. So probably I'm gonna go over there because he opened so late, man, like at 1:30 or 2. That's why I've been, This been 1 year actually, and that's my lesson because I try to beat the system, right? I know I'm gonna leave, so I don't really need to spend. I don't want to spend money
On the
for a
car.
car,
Yeah,
another car, either new or used.
that makes sense.
Yeah, so
Okay. I can share my own car story and lesson too. So this one, I also got a ticket, or not, a warning, a citation. Okay, so this is what happened when I was driving up 680 North. Oh, let me start typing this too, just to make sure I don't go over time. So this was when I was driving 680 North. I was going to Oakland Airport, and it was like in the afternoon, like 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. And I was like surprised because I thought I would beat the traffic during this time because there usually isn't traffic going up north mostly unless you're going to like unless early in the morning. But this was like afternoon time, so I was like, "What's going on?" And as I was going north, like I suddenly see like a police on my rearview mirror. I was like, "Oh, that's weird." And then he's like right directly behind me. He says, "Go to the right." I'm like, "What?" uh that can't be me, right? And they said, yes, you go to the right. I'm like, oh, okay, this is happening. So I told my sister who was planning to pick up the airport, like, hey, so funny thing, looks like the police has pulled me over, so I'll be a little late. And I tried to figure out what was happening because I was thinking like I don't I don't have anything that would cause the police to worry about. And then they mentioned that they were scanning like the license plates to figure out whether or not you've registered a vehicle. And I had always assumed that I do, mostly because in my household we have a few cars. So we always renew them all at the same time, and that's always been the tradition. And I've remembered having recent tickets, but it's one of those things where it's like you feel like you've done it because you've done the other things recently. It's kind of like when you go to the gym and you're like, I probably did this workout because I always do this workout. But then when you really think about it, you're like, wait a minute. No, I didn't, not that day. And this happened the same thing with the car. I was like, wait a minute, did I actually renew this car? I don't think we've ever seen it for a while. And then I started to remember why. Because, like, you know how those mails they say, hey, if you want to stop receiving this, just sign up for like online bill payment. And I'm like, okay, I'll save paper, save the world. I'm gonna make this car the only one that sends it online. But because I sent it online, I didn't see it on paper, I just never thought about paying it anymore. So when they scanned the registration vehicle and when I checked the sticker on the back, it really just said like, hey, the last time this was paid was 2024. I was like, oh shoot, this is actually like legitimately I didn't pay it. So throughout the past month, I was trying to figure out how to correct this and how expensive it was. So it wound up being that like the 3 years of not paying it and the back
wow,
pay, because basically it says like it's from 2023 like was the last time I officially paid it. And they're wanting me to pay to 2026, which is fair. Like they might as well pay for the new year as well. It was $1,200. So I was like, Jesus, why did this happen? And at first I thought it was a scam because like the email that they sent is so cryptic. They send like a bunch of characters, and then it's one of those emails your company tells you don't open this because it's like a scam. And when I opened it, I was like, $1,200? Is this right? And I asked ChatGPT, I was like, is this right? Like, is this like email right? Like, why is it so much money after 3 years? I thought I would just pay like a little bit. But apparently the fee can rack up over time. Like the more years like you just spend not paying it racks up. So I realized from this lesson that I want to switch to paper statements just because unless or have a yearly announce a yearly reminder on my calendar saying, reminder, you should be expecting this payment during this time. So if you don't see it, like you haven't seen it in paper, just make sure to pay it online. So that is the lesson that I learned, and I will have to impart this message to like all my nephews, nieces, future children. Be like, hey, be careful for this. I'm really a stickler about car registration. If we don't have it, this is my story. So that's what I learned. Make sure to pay car registration. Your sticker doesn't come in. And be careful, and always be careful when you say to I would like this paperless from now on.
well,
Lesson learned.
listen then. So I can't even pay my tax now. I mean registration fee. not allowed because my smart check
Oh yeah,
haven't.
you have to complete small check first.
Yeah, so it's really so if I get a new car, I'm probably gonna stay 3 more years.
Mhm.
Just
That's fair.
just just to
Yeah, just
walk
just for
away.
car. Wait, just for the car or wait
Just for
for
the
everything?
car, yeah.
Huh.
If I this is really, of course, it doesn't need to go that way, right? But I feel like, I mean,
It's like
because all
you
my
want to make the
car,
use of it.
yeah, all my car firsthand, I bought new. So I know my car is pretty good condition, except this,
Yeah.
except that. It's really not a big deal. So, right now I'm kind of just thinking about what I'm gonna do.
Mhm.
I don't have to retire that early. So that's why, however, anyway.
Like you just want to make the most of it. It's like you got this car. It's like why there's like a fallacy for this, like sunk cost fallacy. It's like when you put so much into it, you're just like
Yes.
that you don't want to back up because you've already put so much into it. Even though
Ah,
even though the smart decision is like,
eh.
no, I should just drop it now, but it's like, no, I already did.
No, I like to drop. I'm a holder.
Oh.
My dad is a for holder. My whole
Yeah.
family now is a holder. But I trying to go back and then clean up their holder
Yeah.
area. Huge. Everything was totally messed up.
Mm,
Yeah, that's why and I know that's tough. They don't accept that. I talked to them already. They don't want to repair.
mm,
Their house can be crushed by one earthquake,
mm.
but they don't want to fix.
Oh.
You see, that's a human. Maybe one day if you become older, you'll figure out the personality.
I can imagine what I see my parents hoarding and I think, no, I won't possibly be that person, but I'll hoard something. I'll hoard something that's like a weird thing.
See,
I
that's the
bet.
same. When I was younger, I say the same thing.
Yeah.
But now, I sold my house,
Yeah.
right, 6 years ago.
Mm,
One of the reasons is I couldn't get rid of a lot of stuff.
mhm,
So by that moment, I have to give up some.
mm.
Then I move. Then I just toss away another half. Then I move again. I toss away another half. So right now, I probably, I start from 20 by 10
Yeah.
storage, right? 20 by 10. Huge
Yeah.
to now, probably only 5 by 7. I
Oh,
mean, no, 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 not this, maybe 8 by 10
yeah.
or 7
That's
by.
still pretty impressive though, because I feel like it's hard to like sift through a lot of it and just sit down and be like, I'm okay, this is the day where out of because every day is like pretty busy and there's not much time to
Exactly.
sit down and be like, I'm just gonna sift through all this old stuff that I have no clue what to really do with anymore. Or I don't know if it's relevant. Like some days I just see the mail that I have and my thing that I store is random bits of receipts and mails over the years thinking like, what if this is super important? But usually it's not. But I and it's just like looking at my recent cleaning, like I cleaned up 5 years of past letters in my drawer. It
Wow.
was very daunting because I was just like, I don't want to look at this. This is just too painful to look at. But I was like, nope. I think a lot of things are now online. Like some things I'm just like, I need to scan it. But other times I'm like, oh yeah, no. For some certain things, I know that they're online now. So if I really need it, they'll keep at least like 7 years of documents or something. At least for bank statements. So I'm more comfortable with shutting those. It was just like a pain still. I was like, or finding time to do that was just like a
No, no, anytime. That you remember I have a land that
originally.
in I have a raw land, a piece of land.
Mhm. Oh, Dan. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You purchased one. Uh-huh.
Right, I purchased one, right, and I couldn't use because the bad neighbor.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about how to take care of my bad neighbor, and I was thinking about paying, you know, because he made the new pay. He built a brand new house already,
Hmm.
so you gotta pay. So I was thinking about paying like a couple $100 a month to use his pay, even though there's an easement. I'm not sure if you know easement.
Hmm.
Right? Easement means your property, but I can go through.
Oh.
That's a
Uh,
law.
yeah.
Okay, by law, I can use, and he cannot charge me.
Hmm.
So I want to put a tiny house, right, from Home Depot, like a $4,000, and
Yeah.
someone can build for me. But he blocked all my easement. He blocked because he got a construction and he put a waste to block that entrance.
Wow.
So I have to deal with this. So I can put all my junk,
Mm.
even though not much, but still a lot.
Be like, you put junk here, I'm gonna put junk there too, type of thing.
No, that's not my purpose. I'm gonna pay, right? I'm gonna talk to him and say, hey, can I pay you a couple $100 to use your pave, your new brand new beautiful pave?
Mm.
And I start, writing the email or the text, use AI, right? ChatGPT, to correct. But I
Make
haven't
it.
sent out yet. I haven't sent out yet because I don't really get to that moment yet. Because if I talk to him, I want to do it right away.
Mm.
So that's how when I get retired, then I'm gonna just put something there and then build a couple tiny house
Yeah.
so I can come back here when I live in China. That's
Mm.
my plan.
The
And
piece of
that
land is here or is it in China? I
the
remember.
land is here, Santa
Okay.
Cruz.
Mm. Oh wow.
Yeah, but I can't use for already 5 years.
Yeah.
So that's another holder. You see, I can just sell the land, even or even donate to the local government because I'm still paying the tax.
Mm.
See, that's a holder's mind. Can get rid of stuff.
Mhm.
That's
Even though like
something, yeah,
yeah.
I have to kind of just give up sometimes.
Yeah, I think we can probably call it.
Yes,
And then I'll see. Let's see. Did you want to be host for next one? Next one is gonna be November, but let me double check the date.
sure, no problem. Yeah.
November 30th. Is that a holiday? That's not a holiday. That's the
No,
it's
I
like
don't think.
because Thanksgiving is the 27th.
Oh, May. Let me see. Let me see.
Is Thanksgiving 27th, Black Friday 28th. And then
Really?
I don't know. Black Friday is a scam. That's the way I see it. You can just get everything online.
Oh, yeah, it's a holiday. 27 is holiday.
So it might be a holiday weekend. If you'd like, we can do the 23rd.
23rd, yeah, 23rd.
Okay. I'll go make an announcement for the 23rd.
Okay.
Did you want to make actually I'll let you decide on the theme as we get closer, like a week
Sure, sure.
before or something. But
Yeah.
I'll make the announcement with you.
Okay. Let's work on the invitees. Get more people.
Yeah. Maybe
Hopefully,
let me know if you have a theme. I can create a little flyer for it and then just post
sure.
it around the
What
district
scene
if
do
you
you think?
like.
You can offer a scene now.
I was thinking like since we're doing Thanksgiving stuff, maybe we could just have Thanksgiving, well, like a thankfulness type of a thing, but I don't know if it's already done. Like the only worrisome thing is that everyone's doing it. Like all Toastmasters are already doing Thanksgiving stuff. They're just all thanked out after that.
What about change another term instead of Thanksgiving or something like that? Is prepare for New Year
Yeah, preparation for the
resolution,
that's good.
right? Something like that. Yeah.
Let me see if I can find. I'll ask GPT what's the ideal way to say the
Yeah.
thing. Anyway,
Prepare.
let's see. They said resolutions and revelations, or the power of 1 year.
The power of 1 year.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay, good. Nice.
Let's see. Speechathon, speechathon. For 20. Also, best wishes with the smart check. Although I guess not best wishes. Smart check is so should be super straightforward, and hopefully they're like, oh yeah, no problems.
Smart check.
Yeah, because when you have smart
Smart
check
check
per
is
day,
not
right?
very straightforward, man. That was anyway. especially for the engine check light, it's not on.
Oh yeah, that's
Man,
that is rough.
oh, that's a headache. I think I'm gonna drop by that Vietnamese technician.
Yeah. You
But
said that
once I
they.
drop by, I have to drop my car. I cannot drive back because every time I went there and I drive back, I never went back
Hmm?
because he got up so late.
Oh yeah. You said 140 or 145, right?
Yeah, and then he doesn't give a right,
Like he doesn't give
the
like
right to back to my apartment.
like he doesn't offer anything. Let's say, hey, well, do you have the service or anything?
Right, his son offer, he doesn't offer, then whatever, whatever. Anyway,
Yeah.
now I got tickets, so I have to go.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. I've posted. Oh, actually, need to post. All right. Got it.
all right,
And let me post that meetup as well. Yeah, I'll go make a quick flyer for it, and then we'll see how that goes. Hopefully, I don't know if flyer changes anything. We'll try. We'll try. We'll try what we can. I'll post it in the district as well in case they'd like to see spontaneous speech then.
all right.
All right. Thanks so much, Jeff, and have a good weekend. I'll see you
You
Tuesday. Great week.
Tuesday, yes.
Okay. See you Tuesday. Bye.